And there he goes. Abyss gonna clean him up.
Olaf goes down. Everyone's just gonna line up here for Lazzy. He's gonna find himself the Quadra. Give it to him. Pentakill.
Priestley with the quad feet.
Gets the ace. Available, just spin to win all over.
That game was insane.
One. Let's do this. Here we go. Game number 3 just about to get underway. This time it's on Oregon, a map that has been notoriously a struggle here for St. Clair. Of course, this is Dan Banner, also known as Mr. Danners, here for Game 3 alongside Matt. Once again, big thank you, Matt, for coming in for the additional commentary, keeping me in line with everything updated R6. Are you looking forward to this Oregon map?
Yeah, definitely an exciting series we have. We have both games being really close, honestly, especially game 2. Oregon not being one of the best maps St. Clair is known for, but maybe over the past little while they've picked up their game and have found some strats that may prove to be worthwhile.
In regards to the bans, at least, it seems like business as usual. If it was just an echo in this situation, I think it'll be basically mirrored. Oh, not going to be the case, actually. So am I going to get taken off the board?
That's an interesting ban they had with a Wamai. They really don't want, in that basement defense, a Wamai to block any smokes or flashbangs from coming down hatches. But it seems they're opting to go for that kids in dorms star on the side of Stockton. That's going to be where we're going to start with Ripley getting autofilled onto Goyo.
Of course, before we do hop into the action, I do want to give one shout out to the sponsors, of course, that do make this all happen. The St. Clair College Alumni Association, and the St. Clair SRC, Zeckelman School of Business and IT, Tim Hortons, and PC Outlet. Thank you for supporting us at the St. Clair Saints varsity esports team. But without further ado, let's get into the action here. Ripley sticking to the Goyo. If anything, they 6'd over Solid, I believe. Who was...
Yeah,
Cade.
He was on that Bandit. No, he was on the Bandit before. They were thinking of running a double electricity, but he opted for the Mozzie instead, which is more of a denial pick for them. And it looks more the same pick that St. Clair's been running on majority of the games, and they're actually just gonna waste the C4 to open the wall there because they don't have anyone with impacts. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because they have 3 other C4s. So definitely a lot to be wary of on the side of St. Clair.
Lots of random stuff that could just hit you out of nowhere as we look forward to the first attacking round. Of course, Saints going to start things off with a pretty standard composition for what they tend to play. Char's on the ace, of course. Zombie Dude picking up the Maverick. Big Papa's going to be making all the noise there with the sledge. Kira constantly on roamer defensive duty there on that Nomad. And then Impact being essentially the jack of all trades of sorts on that Zafia.
Yeah, more of the traditional lineup they run the past few games, and definitely taking a slower approach to this, trying to get in through the bridge up above, but the Cade blocking that off and not really having a way under unless they take it out from underneath. But it's looking like they're not able to find it. They're going to have to look for another way in.
The tower here on this map just straight up makes me nervous. I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like I'm going to get blasted from like 3 different angles, which is weird because majority of the times just stairs and walls, but this makes me nervous personally. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just bad.
It looks like they did find a way actually in there, and the Mozzie finding Big Papa, I believe, on the sledge there. a little head glitch that he wasn't able to see him from, and Stockton take first blood.
Well, no sledge for you for the Saints going into this last minute of play. And it's been a rather unconfident sounding attack so far here from St. Clair. I mean, it is the first round and whatnot, but you can kind of see just by the pace of their attack. Like, you look at how the Saints attack CCTV. They're in their positions, they're pushing forward, they're burning through walls and whatnot. This, it feels like they entered the building and now are just kind of crawling. And is nowhere near as confident moving forward.
And it looks like they're really trying to flush this Mozzie out of tower here, but there's just no way of getting in without taking a really bad trade. And Zombie Dude's just getting pinched while they have 20 seconds again on site.
Well, we're gonna
really bad.
We're gonna start this first round of game number 3 off right. Blitz attack. Here we go. Let's see if it works. How about a Nitro Cell for your troubles? Solid, gonna find the first one. Impact. Ooh. Spray and pray. How many can you find? He finds one, but Smurf, the new sub on the side of Stockton, gonna get himself in the play as well. And Universe going to shut everything up here. With one Saint remaining, they could not plant the bomb. Saints looked absolutely lost on that attack.
Yeah, they definitely were wasting a lot of time trying to get into that tower, and props to, I believe it was Ripley on the Mozzie, just holding that one spot, just keeping them at bay. Zombie Dude just not able to really get in there, and when he tried to, he just lost all the trade, and then St. Clair just fell apart.
Okay, we're getting either an alibi or a warden in this game. What?
Yeah, I'm thinking they're probably going to stick to this alibi more than... It's looking like it's going to be a pause, actually, potentially.
Uh-oh, I guess every game needs one, so unfortunately going to go back to the Pokemon talk, apparently, that they were having in the in the mid-game. But I'm going to quickly throw it to us here at the caster's desk once again, of course. It's getting late here, but it's absolutely a blast being able to broadcast these matches. It's been a long day for us, but absolutely loving it. You enjoying? This is not only your first R6 game, but this was like your first day of casting in general, and we're going on for like 7-8 hours. How you liking it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Definitely couldn't have asked for any better games, having through all 3 games played in both the league game and this R6 game. So definitely a back and forth series on both sides.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things we kind of touched on, but didn't necessarily really get the opportunity to get the chance to explain that happened in between the rounds is actually Meter Nemo got subbed out going into game number 3 and is going to be picked up in his position by Smurf. We did kind of call him out right at the very end there, and as I was calling out his tag, it's like, oh yeah, wait a second, he's brand new here. I should probably explain that. So yeah, Smurf taking the place of Meter Nemo. Not sure if it just got too late or if performance was a decision on the side of Stockton University. And it was kind of interesting because if it was specifically off of, I guess, performance, you would argue, okay, so it was probably either Meter Nemo or it was probably Sir Headlight. Like we were kind of talking about a little bit during the in between games or when the lobby was coming up. At least Sir Headlight, he may not have necessarily been getting the frags, but he was always in the positions necessary for like clutches. Meter Nemo found himself a couple kills, but it felt like most often than not I didn't find him on the right side of the kill feed.
Yeah, it's looking like it may have been a performance sub just to try something new, and since it's a final game of the series, they may just be trying something different and hoping that this is going to be the key. He did have some good impacts in the 0 on the second game on Clubhouse, but in the end, it just wasn't enough for just pull the victory and make it a 2-0.
Yeah, they're fighting back, but just not enough time for them, unfortunately, to make something happen. Unfortunately, still waiting for Solid to get back into the game. He was having some troubles in between as well, rebooting the game, and now looking like he's having a hard time getting back in here. Hey, we might need Meter Nemo back in here for Solid if this keeps up. Which,
Yeah,
this is exactly
definitely.
why you have subs on your collegiate team. There's some people out there who's like, oh, it's Rainbow Six is a 5v5 game. What's the point of having, like, 7 players on it? By the way, hockey is technically a 6-on-6. Who needs subs in hockey, right? Does that make sense? Like, come on, people. There's a reason for this kind of
Mhm.
stuff. And thankfully, for majority, if not all of our Saints teams, we have at least one extra sub for our teams. And I'm happy to see that Stockton University following in the same kind of footsteps here, as they have at least Smurf here if need be. But
Yeah, it looks Solid is finally getting back in.
hey, there we go. Perfect. And they have him on
Yeah,
Cade too, so it's probably
I
an operator he
believe
would
he
have
did
picked
get the
anyway.
Yeah, I believe he did get the pick in before he did crash, so it looks like they're going to actually swap out that Warden pick for a smoke. It's going to be Alibi staying in.
I would have been surprised to see that Warden stick. I know I joked around about it a little bit earlier, saying we need the best character in the game, but I'm sorry, Warden is just too dang situational. But
Yeah, definitely
here
in
we go.
basement it would have been a bit more well set up if they had the smokes going down, but in any other site it's very less likely that you're going to pick a Warden.
And it looks like we are at a brief moment of pause again here.
It seems Solid's having a bit of a rough time reconnecting back into the game and taking a bit longer to load into it, so
Yeah, it's winter time's not been too kind to us today. I think League
yeah,
of Legends
cue
had
the
League had 3 power outages today, all from separate
yeah.
players, and now Solid has been having some internet connectivity issues or PC issues.
Yeah, can you cue the SSD meme in every game you go in?
Yeah,
But
get the SSD, feed the hamster, get that thing working, like the classics. But now we're finally back in the swing of things. Solid is in play, so we do have ourselves a for sure 5v5 going into round number 2. Of course, Stockton University took the first one. Saints still got plenty of time to fight back here. Of course, this not necessarily a comfortable map for Saints squad, like I was mentioning during the first round. They've been very overly cautious. You can tell their attacks are maybe not as thought out, but not as well rehearsed compared to something else.
definitely they were a bit lost in the way they were planning on attacking. They really dedicate a lot to that engage on tower, but Universe finding the first frag on Zombie Dude here. Huge pick on that Maverick. He's just gonna get caught out. I believe it was a run out from Universe from construction.
Universe putting the squad on his back, at least in regards to these early plays, constantly making the early aggression in his favor. Impact looking to try and get aggressive himself, but not going to find the shot he was looking for.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a pickup from St. Clair, and more thought out of where they're trying to go. They're really pushing for this construction, but Stockton holding it hard with one person on the left side, 2 now, and really not getting much out of this construction push. But big pop on back of rear stage here, taking some damage onto Smurf.
One thing I'm kind of curious about is, where did Sir Headlight set up?
Yeah, good. Oh, it's gonna be Universe, I think, peeking
Again.
out and taking out Impact again. Taking a lot more damage this time, but here's Sir Headlight. It's hidden under stairs, and it's just gonna be Solid taking big pop out. Just cleaning up St. Clair. St. Clair just not having an idea of where they want to engage from ever. They just are lost almost.
It's basically been one buddy system, or one pair rather, and then everybody else has been kind of spread out. And okay, there goes the alibi. You've been exposed. Good night, Kira. It's all up to Charles. He does the exact same thing. I've never seen an alibi work this successfully, even in like newcomer matches. I'll give massive props. That was a clever pick, and that's going to let Stockton University take themselves a quick 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it's gonna be unfortunate they get hit by the same alibi trap in that small little peek hole that at the bottom of laundry closet there. Took out Kira and they just bomb rushed Chars at the end. Well played by Stockton.
That's probably not the strategy that you'll be able to whip out again, but still, so clever. Able to get one more point on the board with the way that works. I mean, even like if it was any other operator, I mean, at that point it was a 2v5, but still, just being able to clutch out and seal the deal in that fashion was kind of cool. Diana was kind of hovered over for a second, but we're going to switch back to something a little bit more standard. Pick the
Had
IQ
that
back
auto
up.
pick on Diana there, and I was getting a bit excited, hoping they were going to keep it, but not going to give any love to Diana there. Yeah, it looks like they're going for a dining and kitchen hold here, which I believe is the only site other than rear stage they can take currently before the
Correct, yeah.
reset.
Yeah, because the second floor kids room's still under lock, because right now Stockton with the 2 flawless rounds, 2 sought after sites are going to be locked aside for now. See how they can hold up here on the kitchen.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, if we could take a look at the scoreboard, maybe we could see that Kira, or not Kira, Smurf and Solid are catching up to Universe. The Universe at the top with a 4-0. St. Clair only be able to find 2 frags out of the last 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Really big stuff going for the side of Stockton.
Attackers located a bomb.
And big shout out to Smurf as well too, because like we don't know if he had the opportunity to even warm up, but he shows up for this game, gets himself on the board, even like clutching out in the first round with a couple key eliminations. Wasting no time. Didn't need any time to really like warm up in the slightest. So solid job from him.
Yeah, and St. Clair almost finding out Universe there in that small tower. Doing some damage to him, putting him down about 75%, but now that they cleared him out, they have almost full control of it. And with that, they can get into kitchen easily.
Definitely start making a move, but still Universe still finds a way to make it happen. Again, for the 3rd round in a row, he's going to be the cause of a first blood of sorts.
I think he's been a part of like 90% of first bloods for the entire series almost. That's going to be Smurf as well taking impact out. St. Clair just not having a good attacking round. And Big Papa just not knowing where he's being hit from now. It's just going all downhill for St. Clair.
Well, I mean, I said it as soon as we heard the map vetoes. I was talking to you about it, and it's like, okay, this needs to be a Saints 2-0 or I'm scared. And
Yeah,
this is kind of why. I mean, it's still very early, plenty of time to adjust. Like I was saying before about the pace, a little bit rough. But at least Char's not done just yet. Does find the kill, and it's onto Universe.
yeah, they do find their top frag, which could be very big. If they find Smurf and Solid, this could actually just turn to a St. Clair win, possibly, of taking out all their big damage. But we're not going to count out Sir Headlight and Ripley, definitely not. That's definitely why Sir Headlight picking up, not Sir Headlight, Ripley actually, finding the kill onto IQ in the kitchen. And it's going to be Chars and Zombie Dude pushing down the shower corridor, but not being able to find as much as they want to. And it's going to be 20 seconds before the round ends. They have to make a play now or it's going to be over. That's Solid finding Chars on the breach hole. And that's going to be Sir Adley picking up his first frag of the game on the Zombie Dude.
Absolutely trapped. Nowhere to go there for the St. Clair squad. And even if they managed to sneak one elimination onto one of the players of Stockton, there would have been just another one right around the corner. And this is looking so far so good for Stockton. Now they get to open up the second floor kids room as well. Go back to the sites that they actually kind of like to play on. And they're on pace to find themselves a very, very strong offensive finish here. Possibly, I'm going to predict this is going to be like a 5-1 or maybe even a 6-0 the way this is going, because Saints are struggling on this attack, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely Saint Clair not having really much of an idea of where they want to go on these attacks. They kind of just try one side, it doesn't work, and then they just fall apart and get picked
Attackers need to
off.
locate and defuse as
And
many bombs as they can.
it's looking like they may just actually go 6-0 on this defense round. So unless St. Clair can pull ahead and figure out where they want to go, it's not going to look that good for them.
And you can tell that something a little bit different is trying to be done here. Big Papa, who's normally one of the top 2, if not the top fragger of the squad, having himself a bit of a hard day, currently 0-3. And normally whenever there's a Nomad played, that is Kira's job. But Big Papa feeling probably a little bit out of it, actually letting Kira pick up the entry fragger instead in the Ash. So Saints seem to be scratching at the drawing board to try and find something to stick.
Yeah, they definitely want to try and find something that works for them and stick with it. And putting Kira maybe on that fragging role may be what they need. But it looks like they're going to revert back to what they did that first round and try this bridge again. And of course, Universe on that Mozzie, who's been really playing it well, is back there again. One thing to note this time, they actually picked up an Ella to help roam, and which could be a big factor in a lot of these picks that are going to get hit.
Well, it could be weird when you're still trying to get used to a different map and where everybody is probably planning on sitting. You're so focused on trying to figure that out, let alone where the person's going to get the sneak attack on you. Which, of course, Ripley is ready to go. Has all those Here's My Mines placed around all over the place as well, so accidentally walk into one of those, you're not going to be shooting straight.
Yeah, and definitely pushing this bridge, they pre-placed some Gersmots on the upper portion of the wall, so getting in there, they're just going to get instantly concussed and easily set up a kill for Universe. It seems they open in there, and it's going to be Universe versus C4 going out, not finding anybody. And St. Clair fighting back a bit. Kira taking a lot of damage from Universe.
It's back and forth battles, but unfortunately for the Saints, they're the ones kind of getting the worst end of it. The fact that Kira is below half, the fact that Kira is dead now, just trying to play this peekaboo game here with Universe. Universe seems like he's going to be the one who wins that 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, he's getting a bit ahead of himself. He wants to get this kill onto Zombie Dude. These frags are just not finding their way in. It's gonna be Sir Headlight spotted downstairs in classroom. Big Papa finding his way, but will they be able to take him out? And he's just gone. So St. Clair, 45 seconds, just struggling to find a first frag even of the round.
Man, they're going to get themselves into the point where they're just going to have to try and brawl it out here in this last couple seconds, but they don't even necessarily know the door to even do so, I feel like. And they just end up being like lemmings off the cliff. They just end up going down one by one. 20 seconds left to go. Let's see what the Saints try to do. Get a little spark of life here for all of us here at home and themselves in regards to their motivation to take this match. 15 seconds to go. Going to get a little bit dicey now. Big Papa spots the one, but it's not going to make any contact. Impact goes down. Big Papa goes down. Chars and Zombie Dude all getting mowed down. Give Universe another double. Chars did manage to get this diffuser planted, but he's probably not going to be long for this world after the fact. He is going to go down nice and quick, and sure enough, Stockton going to go up 4-0 now here. Solid defense coming out from them here on Oregon.
Yeah, poor Chars. He gets bum rushed by the Smurf shotgun, so didn't have much way out once he got in that close range. It was a good attempt by him to get that diffuser down, but in the end, they go up 4-0, and St. Clair looking like they may just go down 0-6 in this and have to pull a miracle run of defense rounds.
Definitely not the kind of position you want to put yourself into, because sure, like we ever mentioned before, like Siege just in general tends to be a little bit defender favored, but
I spot something.
If you 6-pick, I'm gonna cry. Don't you do it. I'm just waiting for you at this point here. Give it a second.
He's not locking it in fully. they're deciding on it.
Wait for it.
5 seconds. And they're gonna stick with it.
Hey, okay, Headlight just became my favorite player. I'm just kidding. But yes, the man Capcan coming out to play here, and as a Capcan enthusiast myself in my casual games, absolutely love to see it. Being able to plant those explosive on doors are just, they're really counterable, but they're so fun. And I just love it, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely something St. Clair's probably not expecting to see for this defense. And having a few people who are 3-speed tanking 70 damage from a Capcan trap is just going to be devastating.
Wait a minute, if you put a Capcan trap next to a Goyo trap, do you just one-shot somebody?
Oh yeah, it does actually trigger it. Goyo traps do explode on impact, so if you take 70 damage and a fire on top, you may just down instantly and burn to death. So it is definitely possible.
I mean, it's super cheesy, but I love it.
Yeah, it seems like Stockton's definitely kind of playing with their food now, getting a bit cocky with where they want to try some things. And they have 4 rounds ahead, you know, maybe throw one to them, see what we can try.
That I mean, at least the play makes sense, but it's definitely a little risky to say the least. But I definitely love the fact that they are trying it.
Yeah, I don't see it that bad of a pick on the basement, definitely from holding. And it seems St. Clair is actually adapting differently this time. They want to clear towards freezer and main stairs rather than taking that construction. This may be St. Clair's one chance of finding a footing in this game on Oregon.
And quiet first minute. Kira gonna spot the one player out right behind the stairwell. Does have Zombie Dude kind of trying to push him forward as well.
Yeah, and it looks like they're really trying to get this freezer take here. It doesn't look like anybody's actually holding it or they have any real vision down there. So St. Clair being able to take this, and Kira's pushing down the main stairs potentially, but decides to back off and rotate to the main hatch. It's going to look like St. Clair wants to take this. Big Papa moving down freezer while Kira takes this main stairs, barely skipping by the barbed wire to make no noise.
And Saints just need one round to go in their favor. Kind of just boost some morale here, because this is definitely difficult.
Ooh.
Especially the fact that they've not necessarily gotten a frag in a good while. Smurf going to be the first one to take damage here in this game. However, Big Papa is going to be the first casualty. This time it's not Universe. It's actually going to be Ripley and Solid finding the first 2 eliminations. Kira continues his drought here, going 0 kills, 0 assists, and 5 deaths. You hate to see that start, to say the least.
Impact almost lost his head there. Had his Zofia launcher out and almost lost the Cade there. Solid. But 3 on 5, 35 seconds. St. Clair really pulling that timer out. They do spot where Cade is, but is it going to be enough?
Do you want to rush in versus a Capcan Goyo, though?
Oh, Impact not finding one and downing another, actually. They're going for the res potentially. Char's getting that plant down. It's
Okay.
actually a 3-on-3, 3-on-1. It's a 3-on-1 quad kill for Impact.
Where did that
He's
come
looking
from?
for that ace,
Oh.
but he does not find it. The Capcan finding Char or Impact. My bad.
Oh my god, my
It's gonna
morals
be
are so
a 2-on-1.
conflicted right now. But I want to see the Saints take this one, but we got Sir Headlight trying to make this Capcan work for it. We hear explosions all over the place here. Can he break through? He's trying to actually get it. Sir Headlight going to get the one, actually. Can he manage to find Chars in time to take care of this? And we see Chars actually going to the rooftops, or not to the rooftops, but to the floor above. Does have, of course, the hatch nearby. He's going to try and go for the counter defuse. Should be predictable at this point. Chars is going to put St. Clair back on the board.
Yeah, and what a big round that was for St. Clair. In a 3-on-5 and Impact finding a quad kill on them. Downing 2 members and then finishing them off. Unlucky he couldn't the ace onto the Capcam, but what a good round from St. Clair.
Yeah, Impact just finally just absolutely popped off that round. You'd love to see it as the The sneaky little play there from Chars as well. Like, fire the smoke in there, try to get that thing planted. And then Impact was just able to cover fire so well that it brought that one back. So no matter what's now, the 6-0 prediction that I was talking about has been slaughtered, and I am so happy to be wrong. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love that. As we're about to get ready for halftime. Last round of attack here for the Saints. Let's see if they end up going 5-1 here or 4-2.
Ooh. They opted to swap from the Malusi to the Doc, actually, which is very interesting.
All right, where's he jumping? Where's he peeking?
Good thing they did take away his ACOG, so harder to see how far, but
They're Doc players, though. They'll find a way.
yeah, definitely an interesting pick. You don't see Doc being picked that often, especially for a basement defense, but Universe getting that the mines down onto the stairs there so no drones can go by. Making sure all the
10 seconds left
pests
before
are in
insertion.
place so St. Clair gets caught up. But if they run the same strat, they may be able to. And it's looking like he's going for the cheese strat on the main.
I mean, it's your
Classic
last
Doc.
it's your last attack of the series. You might as well just for glory it, and sure enough, he'd be peeking. Is there any victim? No, he looks and it's like, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna commit to this. Backs
Kira
off.
did spawn there, but Kira sought it out. He saw the hole in the window from a distance and was pre-aiming that, and Doc just gave it up and ran back downstairs.
One thing to mention too, it's really odd to see Kira now. Because he's not necessarily the anti-roamer. He's not the fragger. Now, okay, I'm just Thermite. And now I'm dead.
Ooh.
Universe! Finding his 8th
Universe.
kill of the game.
Just seem to find Universe's words in my mouth every start of the round. It's just he's always on the board. Making him 8-2 now. First Blood King, basically.
Yeah, at least 4 of the 6 rounds, I think, would have that first blood.
And they're really looking to clear this top lane. I think they know that Doc is up there, but I don't know if they know where he is. Zombie Dude's gonna drone out dorms. But do they know that he's in the attic? Well, they do that. They're gonna slowly take care of some precautions of a flank behind from main classroom.
And Char's kind of stuck taking a long way around, finally grouping up. And okay, that's a high-value smoke right there. Granted, Sir Headlight is going to end up going down, but that's a lot of damage across the Saints, and it's going to cause another one. That's going to be Big Papa getting taken out.
Ooh, Impact finding the close kill on Smurf there during the reload, but it's going to be Doc on the flank of Diffuser, and he has it trapped in there. Zamudu barely losing his head to Universe there. The grenade going wide.
Rough spot
And
now.
St. Clair. Yeah, St. Clair in a bad spot now with Diffuser down. They have to be careful of how they want to play this with 45 seconds. And I'm pretty sure every member of Stockton just rotated upstairs, but Impact finding the kill, making it a 1-on-2. Doc overstimming himself. Extra 20 health now.
He's just going to squat on that diffuser. He doesn't have to move. Ripley's right here as well. Zombie Dude has his work cut out for him. Going to spot the one, try to pre-fire after the fact, and sure enough, hello Ripley. Just finds him, takes him down nice and quick. So it's going to be 5-1 in the favor of Stockton University at the half. Saints going to try their best on the defensive side of things, but they did not give themselves much wiggle room to make this happen.
Yeah, definitely a rougher time for St. Clair, that one. Impact making it close on the 1-on-2, but you have that crossfire, and Char's just getting caught on the flank from Doc from upstairs, just ruining St. Clair that round. But with the defense, St. Clair may have a better time holding, and they do pick up the Malusi and Echo. But the Echo is going to be 6 picked in 2. Potentially a Cade or a Bandit. Something that's been missing definitely the past 2 games on bigger spots. But they're gonna stick with it.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
They're gonna
defused by
start
attackers.
their run in defense in kids and dorm.
Of course, since we're here at the half, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard to see where everybody stands. Impact, the lead charger here for the side of the Saints in regards to eliminations, finding 7 for himself. But other than that, it's been a struggle. Charles has himself 4, but everybody else, especially some of the players that you would normally expect on the Saints to pop off a little bit, have been really, really hurting. And then meanwhile, so much value spread across all of Stockton. Everybody's got at least 4 at this point, with the lead, of course, being given over to Universe, sitting there at 8, where he basically always finds himself first blood one way or another. And at least it feels like 8 out of 10 matches.
Yeah, the universe just finding these pick after pick on these first bloods every single round, and he's just been this staple for Stockton almost, just being able to find everything and set them into a good position. And he's not just finding kills, he's finding the kills on the most critical members. He's taking out Impact, which is their top fragger. He's taking out the Thermites, and Kira and Zombie are just not having the best game. They're both 0-6 on their frags, so maybe this defense will be able to help them swap around. And Stockton wasting no time in this. They have, I believe, a solid already inside of the statuary, just outside of sight.
Don't you hate it when the camera moves on you like that?
Yeah,
It happens to everybody, but
they're gonna Maverick trick this. Solid, breaking half of his charge so he gets a peek hole. It's gonna be Big Papa getting on to the leaderboard here with the first blood on Universe. It's gonna be huge.
Attackers drop
yeah, a bit of a back and forth now, though, as it's going to be Charge taking down Solid. So much better start now here for St. Clair on the defensive side of things. Their Headlight taking some heat, going to try and lob back with the grenade. Of course, Smurf going to lead the charge, takes the shot, misses it, however. Big Papa finds himself a double. Could be the momentum he needs to get himself back in this game. How about a triple? And now it's all up to Ripley versus 4 Saints, and it looks like now on the defensive side of things, Saints might be a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, definitely St. Clair, that Malusi really coming into play here. Kira going 0-7, but having that one trap on the the bridge, slowing down them, setting Big Papa up for that triple kill. And St. Clair in a really good spot. It's gonna be some pre-fire coming from Big Papa.
As soon as Ripley shows himself, he is so messed up.
Yeah, he's in a really bad spot, having basically everyone covering an angle. He walks to us, he's gonna find Chars. With 20 seconds left, he has to find a way into the site. The Jaeger holding it, but Big Papa gonna find himself a quad kill.
All right.
2 rounds. St. Clair finds quad kills in their wins.
That's the kind of game that they needed. That's the kind of round they needed, rather, without question. Something to shake off the rust of sort. They're back on the board. First time since it would have been round number 5 they got their first win. And after a quad kill like that, could possibly be the momentum starter they need, but the engine's definitely kind of cold right now. They might need a little bit of extra motivation to get themselves warmed up, so to speak.
Yeah, that's definitely breathing some life back into St. Clair here. It looks like St. Clair's gonna stick through with this Ella pick. And last second Zofia swap for Universe, putting him on that utility damage.
defuse bombs.
St. Clair going down to the basement for a hold.
If Universe gets first blood onto Big Papa, is that a lore kill?
Yes. Yes, he actually does. He gets bonus points actually for killing Ella. I think there's like I think it's an extra 10 plus 10.
Left.
And it's like called like I think it's like Sister Feud or something.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I thought there was something like that.
Yeah, definitely
Attackers
something to look
objective, locate a
for.
bomb and defuse it.
Interesting that the Ella's popping up a lot on both teams. Both, I believe it was Solid who brought it out
Attackers
last
have recovered
game,
their
and
diffuser.
Kira on St. Clair the first. Making its way onto Oregon. Definitely going to be something to see.
That's odd. I wonder what it is about Oregon that just works better for Ella, but maybe not like other maps and whatnot.
It's definitely the close quarters that Oregon is. Every corridor is just so tight that
A bomb has
getting hit by a Gersmot just gonna throw you off and throw you down. But Stockton making no waste of time and already about to breach the hatch inside security. Ripley losing one of his Twitch drones, but finding where the Maestro is. And Universe gonna be scouting out the bomb site of A. Big Papa actually holding Freezer, which is interesting. They're not willing to cede it. And they're getting ready, but
Oh,
ooh, Kira not having a fun time. Getting caught by the Sir Headlight. Makes his way on the board, finding 5 kills now. Definitely bumping up from previous games. Ooh.
and there's another trade-off here that's going to be Universe finally going down. Solid going to at least get the refrag in this situation, though. Another battle down here. Big Papa gets one, but so does Solid. And a back-and-forth battle to the point where Big Papa is finding himself in a position to get himself a triple, and Zombie Dude ends the drought as well. So it's now all up to Ripley. The madness ensued, the dust has settled, and there's only one lone Twitch left.
Yeah, definitely Big Papa coming in clutch with these picks. They're just running over and just getting fragged off. Big Papa finding Universe and then finding 2 after. And Zombie Dude may just find a second here against the Ripley.
What are the chances that you're just keeping an eye on this little hole?
Oh, but he sees him, but Zombie Dude's gonna find 2 of the round. And finally get on that leaderboard.
The slightest change of pixel and to instantly spray him down. It's just so crazy, the reaction time of our 6
Yeah.
players.
Definitely looked like it was going to possibly go in favor of Twitch because he saw him before, but Zombie Dude just having that quick reflex of just spraying and praying. And it's going to be 2 straight rounds for St. Clair. They're going to go to Kitchen.
I tell you what,
Ooh.
for everybody who's been sticking around here for the match, keeping hopes alive for the hometown squad here for the Saints, they may very well be on the pathway to getting the ultimate payoff if the Saints can keep this defense up. I would have definitely popped off again if I saw Fuse actually make it through, but that looks a little bit more standard. Let's get rid of the Fuse, get the Nomad back out here.
Sir Headlight just getting your hopes up. First with the Kafkan, now almost with the Fuse. He knows.
Playing with my heart, why you do this to me?
Yeah, definitely would have been an interesting pick to say the least, and I wouldn't disagree with it honestly. Going dining here, the only site they can really. They would easy access in that kid's bedroom on top of them. But going to go with the Nomad to cover the flank. And it's going to be Big Papa actually sticking on this Ella. And good enough, he actually brings a shotgun with her rather than the Evo. So has that big close range burst.
When you're mentioning how everything's so close quarters, it would definitely make sense. And not to mention that Big Papa could probably do some decent home renovations as well with that shoddy.
And to go on to what you said, Big Papa did actually find the kill onto Universe that last round. So
Easter eggs.
getting that sisterly love in there. But Stockton losing Universe early really throws them off, you know. They aren't able to find it. I don't think Universe has found a kill in almost 3 rounds now.
He's been quiet. Yeah, it's been odd.
Yeah, it's really been solid picking up for him.
Attackers have located a bomb.
But on the side of St. Clair, Kira's really been losing out on these gunfights and getting caught in odd positions, but Big Pop is able to refrag back for him.
I kind of like this pick though, going over to the Legion instead. Just anchor. Just sit back, lob your minds down. If you're feeling like you're having a bit of a hard time in regards to gunfights, just try to avoid them. And
Ooh.
okay, Nitro Cell, Chars, starting things off, taking care of Smurf. And now for the first time in a little while, it's going to be the Saints who get the first blood in this round, it feels like.
That's actually huge because he got caught on the Maverick trick, I believe, possibly. He made the wall soft and just got instantly C4'd. He was not expecting that. But St. Clair playing really far back. They're looking like they want to give them dining and hold that kitchen, but they do have another C4 on standby if they ever need to. Kira holding that bathroom hold. And it looks like they're gonna slowly move on to site. Solid moving in, but Kira's gonna get found out again by Solid. And that's gonna be number 9.
Okay, who's got a tracking device on Kira? Like, what is happening? It's unusual to see him get picked off over and over again like this. Meanwhile, smoke's up. It's time for Solid to plant this diffusers. This ain't COD. Smokes aren't G8 in this. It's actually proper. And we have ourselves a absolute bloodbath here. Getting Universe back on the board with a double kill. And we're going to see make that a triple, actually, as Impact goes down. And now it's all up to Zombie Dude to make this defense. There's 30 seconds left to go for this diffuser to go through. He's got to somehow find himself the double and get the defuse. That is going to be a tall task. We see Universe right around the corner here for Zombie Dude. And I'm possibly walking right in on him. And he's not going to have enough time to make the play.
Sophia may not know, but
There he goes, yep.
very find it.
That's going to be a 4K.
Yeah, that's a 4K for Universe. Speak of the devil, been quiet for the past 3 rounds, makes him a 4K. And what a nice flick he had onto the Ella, I believe, who he caught on rotate. That almost picked him off. It's going to be match point for Stockton, putting St. Clair to the brink. It looks like they're going to go back to kids. Big Papa stay on the Ella. And they're giving Kira the Jaeger. And last time they were here, Big Papa was the one Jaeger who got the quad feed. But let's see if Kira can possibly recreate that and bring us to 4-6.
Definitely want to see something happen here for Kira, even if necessarily the round doesn't go in the Saints' favor. I want to see him end off on a good note if that does end up happening here. It's very unusual to see a nice old goose egg next to his tag so late into a game. Granted, of course, doing a lot of shot calling and whatnot for the team, being IGL and whatnot, but you still need to worry about your own motivation. If you're hurting, your team's gonna know, and it's gonna just be in your voice whether you like it or not.
Yeah, definitely a harder time for Kira, you know, being that IGL and being 0-9. Luckily, he has Big Papa covering for him in those frags that he
Attackers are
gets
moving out to
taken
locate a
on.
bomb and defuse it.
Kira usually losing out on them, but Big Papa able to instantly refrag it. It
Attackers
looks like
dropping
Kira's going to
diffuser.
be in the
Attackers
basement,
recovered
actually,
the bomb
holding.
diffuser.
So, see if he's able to get a flank kill, potentially.
Really wants to get himself on the board here, but we're going to see Stockton start moving forward and see if they can maybe find a couple gadgets to zap down with this Twitch drone. But see how this goes up, as St. Clair have absolutely no room for error now. Of course, match point. This round goes over. This whole series is done.
Definitely, St. Clair really wishing they had that Pro League, what's it called? Pause time in
Bomb
between.
located by attackers.
Get a little tactical pause to see what's going on and move on from there, but Sadly, they don't have that.
Well, given how late this one's going, I would probably need to call for a tactical sleep at this rate because I know we're running out of gas slowly here, but thankfully the matches have been good enough to keep us going. Saints still
Yeah,
fighting their hardest to try and get themselves back into this one. And since
Yeah, I
they've
think
been
there's
on
been-
defense, it's been okay.
Yeah, I think there's been almost 3 to 4 quad feeds just this one game from both sides. And that's going to be a grenade hitting Big Papa, but Solid just getting taken out by the shotgun from Ella. And that's going to be a big pick onto their ace. Universe getting close to the door, but does he know Big Papa's right there? I think he does now. Watching that Gersma go out, he knows he's right to his left.
Oh, and he
Oh,
catches Zombie Dude peeking
what a
out as
hit.
well. Oh,
and-
man.
Papa, this is just going downhill for St. Clair.
I mean, winnable still. This is still not the end of the world. 3-on-4. Make that a 3-on-3. Kira
Oh,
gets himself on the
Kira.
board. Okay, let's turn this one around here as Kira gets
That's
himself
actually-
a huge momentum boost.
Yeah, that's on to their big player maker of Universe there. Taking out that Ella on the flank, and this seems like the Sledge may not be able to get sight if he can wiggle his way in, and he does manage to get in, but they have 40 seconds, and that's going to be Kira making it a double kill. Kira really making his mark on this. He does not want to go out 7-3.
And Ripley and Sir Headlight, though, both two very capable players. They've been kind of quiet-ish this game, but they've still got the job done. As the Fuser was looking to get plans out here, Sir Headlight trying to make it happen.
Whoa.
2v2, Chars goes down. It's going to be Ripley somehow getting past impact as well. Kira, you're the come from behind clutch master. Can you pull it off again? He's going to get it
Kira,
started.
He has to get the quad kill just to end this, and does he know where Whippler is? He has the HP advantage of... That's going to be Kira getting full flashed.
That could have
20
been...
seconds.
Yeah, you literally tickle Ripley. Ripley goes down in the situation. Ripley needs the headshot to finish it, and Kira's going to find the
Kira.
quad to keep the Saints in the game.
That's going to be Kira finally finding his mark in the game and making this a 4-6 game. Kira, what a performance coming in with that clutch quad kill.
Defenders win.
When they needed him, he shows up and drives. How he manages to keep getting these 1v2, 1v3 clutches and defuses is absolutely beyond me, but I am absolutely not going to complain in the slightest.
Yeah, definitely a big moment for Kira to come out when they need him. And putting him on that Jaeger, definitely good. He's recreating that exact thing that Big Papa did that first round, making that quad kill come out. But Ripley just ripping through St. Clair, basically, just getting that plant down and taking 3 kills out with him.
Had Ripley only known that that flashbang absolutely ruined Kira for a good while there. But of course, there's no hit markers in this. You don't get to know that kind of information here in Rainbow Six Siege. So,
Yeah, definitely would have been a risky play for him to rush him, but
And defuse bomb.
hit him pretty hard. And it's going to be the same comp, it looks like, running him. But one thing to know, Ripley is pulling out the ying again. He does not want this to go to a 6-6 and bring it to overtime.
I feel like it's been kind of mixed results so far here with the Ying. One round at least went in his favor, and then the other not so much, but we'll have to see how it goes this time by. The lineup here on the side of Stockton could definitely use those Candelas as a bit of a go button and just all charge in from different angles. But
5 seconds
we'll see if they can get themselves in the position to actually do that. Chars of the Malusi is going to be putting as many traps as possible. Big Papa, if you rush an Ella, you're probably going to have a bad time. So they do have some tools to try and deny this.
attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Yeah, definitely sticking on this Ella being a key playmaker. Usually when he dies, he goes down with somebody. So they're really looking to keep this blue hold, having a rotate hold there. But if they just lose this blue, it's kind of just over. And Ella's looking to get this rush, actually.
Thinking
Don't
about
know
it.
if he's Kira taking almost half his HP from, I believe it was the Maverick. And
Oh,
here
boy.
the game. And in the end, he gets concussed.
Yeah, that could have been the go button, but the fact that the mine was there was able to at least put a halt to it for now. Fireworks or not.
They weren't. They actually knew they couldn't hold this, so they actually backed off and reinforced the rotate. So Stockton having to use those charges.
Still 2 Candelas ready to go if Ripley decides to end up doing so. Sir Headlight taking some decent damage here, however. Actually, impacts the flank. He's going to find himself a double. What a way to start off the round. He is eventually going to go down after the refrag there from Solid, but we do hear that I think that was a Candela that went off in the background. Nobody goes down from the Saints side of things. Still a minute 30 left. We're getting really squirmy here on both sides. In fact, Stockton getting rather aggressive considering how much time is still left on the clock. Universe still in play as well. Currently sitting with 14 eliminations, leading the game by a rather long shot. And Solid, he's looking to catch right back up. Finds one, but it's going to get taken down in the situation by, I think that was Big Papa. And wow.
Holy. Big Papa just finding those. He takes out Universe and just rushes in there and just gets 2 and Kira finding that long range on Pillar. St. Clair 1 away from taking it to overtime. They do not want to lose this.
Here's the one terrifying thing, though. If it's this volatile in regards to, like, defender-sidedness, which side do you get on overtime? It's all random.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something to look at, but last time they went kitchen dining, they did not have the best of luck. That was Universe picking up the quadra kill on the Zofia.
Yep, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, last time they were at this kitchen, that was a victory in their favor. If that does end up being the case again, this game's over.
Yeah, they definitely... St. Clair have their backs against the wall, but they're pushing back hard with, I believe, 3 straight rounds now.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
I mean, a lesser player would have said, screw this, let's go play Call of Duty. But this Saints squad is continuing to fire forward, and I absolutely love to see it.
Yeah, definitely giving us a game to go out on. St. Clair not wanting to let this one go out in a Stockton win. And Kira finally finding his way onto the board. 5 straight kills, no death. They're just going to keep putting him back on this Jaeger and hope for the best and see if he can pull out on another clutch.
5 seconds.
He's finally kind of got his groove going again, able to play with a little bit more confidence after getting 5 kills in which would be either 2 or 3 rounds. Like, that's a feel-good moment, to say the least.
I believe it was the quad kill and then picked up the final kill last round.
You're right, yeah.
So he's
Yeah, you're right.
definitely look, he's feeling a bit hot now with that quad kill, bringing some life into him. But St. Clair having to hold this dining kitchen, which is not one of their strongest, it seems like. And Stockton, my bad, taking small tower real fast.
Yeah, definitely making a lot of noise going in, but there's nobody really there to challenge him as of right now. But actually, I think, was that a Nitro Cell? Impact's with him into play, and he actually does find one. Kira actually was the one who ended up finding that. Kira hanging on by an absolute thread after getting tagged up a little bit.
He's in a bad spot now. He's stuck behind that couch, and one grenade or even a Zofia charge hits him. He's down. And it looks like they're going to find whoever's behind there, but in return, it's going to hit Smurf. Some friendly fire there.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
So St. Clair finding that sledge, I mean, no above plays. So whatever is hit above is set in stone. Kira really stuck. They know where he is, but
Oh, Big Papa goes
Smurf
down.
finding his way.
Attackers
Kira actually finding some damage on Solid, but just trying to draw the time. Kira finding 2 on
That's a
that
huge
1
one.
HP. And he's finally going to go down, but Char is finding the follow-up.
Of course, it's
It's
still
gonna
match
be-
point too. It's so intense at this moment here as the two players of Stockton looking to try and close us out.
Ripley just catching a glimpse of Zombie Dude at the back, who went from crouch to prone real fast. This is definitely getting down to the buzzer. St. Clair with the man advantage. They still have 2 frags. Make that 1, but the
Oh, that ADS.
ADS, yeah. The Malusi finding some damage down to him, but oh, Smurf with the flick. St. Clair just literally has to look for playing timeout now. If they keep...
When does he go for it? He still has 20 seconds.
Oh, this may be Ripley finding the Maestro, but he's going for the plant now. Maestro getting a little antsy.
Nitro
There's gonna be
Cell.
a C4 coming out.
Oh.
That misses. That's gonna be St. Clair really taking some damage, but it's gonna be Smurf
Oh
on
my
triple
goodness.
with a frag back. And it's gonna be Zombie Dude versus Smurf.
Who finds
Smurf
it?
barely.
This decides the match.
Oh, Smurf taking the damage off of Zombie Dude, but can he find it? He's gonna find the quad kill, and that's GG. 7-5 for Stockton.
And they were both just barely peekaboo around those corners. But in this duel, it's going to go over to the favor of Stockton University. But I cannot give enough props to both of these teams after such a crazy performance. Basically, it was a clinic defensively on both sides. But
Yeah.
offensively, they definitely kind of struggled, but at the same time, it all came down, as we switch it over to us here at the caster's desk, it all came down to that first floor kitchen site, which was the only spot that
Yeah.
Stockton University was able to breach through in the past. And by a thread, they make it happen once again here in that final round. Absolutely love to see how this went, though. It looked like it wasn't going to be anywhere near that close.
Yeah, it definitely was tragic that St. Clair wasn't able to hold it at the end for the dining once again, but pulling back from a 6-2 deficit, almost bringing it to overtime, just really making Stockton work for their win. But overall, it was a great set.
I know we're absolutely drained here, but we're just absolutely in awe of what that game ended up being. This was on pace to be a 7-0 at one point, and then all of a sudden it became the closest set of the entire match. Like, it was insane. I would have worried had Saints won one more. Of course, the fact that overtimes, which side you're on, is random.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, like, the fact that it got this close. First off, good job to Stockton, especially during the defensive side of things. Were absolutely super clean, and then we had a fantastic show here with our Saints. Big props to the Saints for not stopping, even though it looked so doom and gloom so early in that game. They kept on pushing and tried their damnedest and almost got it, and that I'm proud of.
Yeah, definitely some resilience from the Saints. They having, especially Kira being 0-9 and coming back to a quad kill into 3 more kills actually afterwards. Just never giving up, and the amount of quad kills just in the series in total, just a volatile game of just everyone killing each other. You know, Universe finding his quad kill, Big Papa finding 2 that game, and multiple after that. Just such an intense game.
That was so intense. I know I'm personally straight up drained from the 2 amazing games that we've had here today.
Yeah.
But, do you have any final thoughts there for this match in general?
Yeah, you know, it was a long day, back and forth, everyone putting good series on. I would say St. Clair should be proud either way of. May have not come out on top today, but they definitely put out a series and made everyone work for their wins. So good job to them.
Absolutely. Now, before we do close out, of course, one more time, want to throw out a couple thank yous. First off, to the sponsors, of course. St. Clair College, St. Clair SRC, Tim Hortons, PC Outlet, St. Clair Alumni Association, and the Stockton School of Business and IT. I also want to give a big thank you to the staff that joined me here for this broadcast. Of course, Matt Avery, your first day of casting me, and you crushed it with both League of Legends and Rainbow Six, two completely different genres of games, and you did a fantastic job, my friend. I look forward to seeing you on the desk once again.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
And I also want to give a big thank you to our observer who's been rocking the camera with us all day here for Rainbow Six. Thank you, Shadi Hannah. I look forward to more matches with you, whether it be on the caster's desk or as our observer once again. And I want to give, of course, a big thank you to everybody tuning in. For the first little bit of that third game, this one was a tough one to watch, but a lot of you still stuck with it and stuck to watching the game, stuck to giving the Saints their energy, and they nearly pulled it off. Thank you for supporting your classmates, your friends, family members, or even just supporting your teams in general. Whether you're here for Stockton, whether you're here for St. Clair, thank you for tuning into the broadcast. My name is Dan Banner, and of course, for all of us here at the Saints broadcast, I want to thank you once again for tuning in. But that'll be it. We will see you tomorrow for some Counter-Strike.